Hey guys, and welcome to Natural Aesthetics. So you're going to be watching some footage from an arm-only day of training last week. I've been following a push-pull routine, but I just felt there wasn't quite enough volume on my arms over the period of the week. So I decided at first to add in an extra arm day every couple of weeks. However, I've since changed my mind, and what I will do instead will just be to add a few more sets in at the end of the workout. And although my sessions are long already, I don't think it'll be too taxing to add in an extra 2 to 4 sets for triceps on push day, and the same for biceps and forearms on my pull days. I'd rather do that than kind of mess up the flow of a week of training, trying to find space to add in an arm day, and obviously have the rest days in and around that as well prior to the second push and pull sessions of the week. I just think it's going to hinder my recovery too much for those second sessions. So anyone who watched my last video will have noticed that I was following a diet called the SCD diet, which is a Specific Carbohydrate Diet. The reason for that was because I had some inflammation in the lower colon, basically called proctitis, and I'm pretty sure that came about due to my Roaccutane that I was on for a few months. So I'm now no longer on the Roaccutane. I stopped that, and I didn't take any medications for the proctitis. I was offered predfoam or mesalines of some sort, steroid suppositories. I didn't want to take any of that. I've had enough of medicines and drugs and everything like that. So I just did a lot of research and kind of scoured the internet for some information and people that have been suffering from similar problems. And I opted for the SCD diet, which is great feedback for anyone suffering with ulcerative colitis, irritable bowel syndrome, proctitis, stuff like that. It's just the complete absence of starch and grains of any kind make it fairly difficult to get in the adequate amount of calories via carbohydrates. I just didn't feel like I wanted to eat too much as well. I really wanted to try and see if my stomach would improve, so I was very, very cautious with what I was eating, and it did improve over the course of last week. And then this week I've seen significant improvements, and actually this week I've added in white rice as well, which is fantastic. It means I can pretty much follow a normal bodybuilding diet for the most part. So over the last 2.5 weeks or so, I've probably lost about 2 kilos of body fat. And the first week was kind of expected due to the colonoscopy test. You're going to lose a lot of weight doing that from the laxative, and just I wasn't eating that much because I was kind of concerned about my stomach. So that was expected. I'd already scheduled in a deload week and a mini cut for that period of time anyway, which worked quite well. The week following, so last week, I'd started the SCD diet, and it's pretty unrealistic to assume that you're going to get to a surplus on that straight away. It's a big shock, taking the vast majority of your carbohydrates away, and I just didn't really have much of an appetite after the colonoscopy continued for that week. And again this week I'm still cutting, eating a little bit more now from the white rice, and just generally have more of an appetite actually. But I will continue the cut until the end of this week, so hopefully can lose another pound or so of body fat before then trying to take the calories up, get into a maintenance first, and then hopefully a surplus thereafter as the volume of these next training cycles continues to increase. Being now so regimented and careful with what I eat, both in terms of the quality of food that I'm eating and what I'm actually eating, whether it's going to help my health and performance, has actually made me realise that my diet before was actually quite poor in some areas. And the same can be said of my training as well. I've been doing a lot of research over the past week, and I've come to some new conclusions about my training, and I will unveil a new routine. Not so much a new routine, a new approach I should say really, as to how I'm actually going to go about improving my physique over the next 6 months. Something that you, a viewer, can maybe watch and emulate for yourselves as well. So stay tuned for that one, guys. It will be an interesting video. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. Make sure you click that notification button as well to receive updates whenever I release a video. And I'll see you in the next one. Stay strong.